We're here with the Orange Crossover Breakers first place winner box with Jackson.
Hello.
What are we playing today?
We played the morally correct deck, Maliss, but I'm cringe and bad, so I didn't play cash.
No cash?
No cash. No.
Shame.
Too many Raziel players, I wanted to widow anchor them.
What are we running with it?
So we got all the standard ones. 3 of the rabbit gets the trap. 3 of this one gets the rabbit. More of this one because I want a load of bestials and allures. 3 of the field spell. 1 of all the traps. 1 of the bad honorary malice. 1 of the field spell number 4, field spell number 5.
You like seeing him in hand all the time,
Yeah,
don't
he's
you?
great. I love him. He's my best friend. I reckon I could side him out going second and still probably own him. So on 1, 1, and 3. Last minute decided to bump this to 3. He digs down engravers and then he deletes detonators, so he's pretty good.
How have you been liking them?
They're amazing. They're like the best extender because they get you to a link 3 with any of them through Imperm. And then, as I said, they clear all the threats. And like I think one game against Centurion, I opened no engine. I dropped these 2. I banished 1 of his dudes, sent another 1 of his dudes, and then his board was just in shambles. 3 engage, 1 drones, 1 widow. So I think it's probably equal on whether you want to say the cash one is better or the strike one's better. I don't think one of them in particular is better. It's probably more of a meta call. We have an absolute load of pure Raziel here though. So I just want to play these so I can just break the boards without having to sweat too much. Because Unicorn doesn't play into the boards quite as well, even though he does force a few things. 3 thrust, 1 of this, 3 eclipse, 3 imperm. Figured breakers is good. Didn't play shifter because I don't really like shifter in this deck. Was going to side it, but there's not really any matchups here that I was worried about for it. Eclipse was insane. Every single time I resolved it, the game got like twice as winnable. Tactics is alright. Thrust, amazing board breaker. Going first, it sucks. They always have imperm. This one's pretty good. And last of all is 2 allure. I was very back and forth on this. It's one of the reasons I don't even know if I particularly prefer the striker build. I feel like this card makes you so much weaker than Lancia just by being in the deck. I was going to play 3, but I decided to cut it down to 2, and then I usually side out 1 or 2 depending.
And how many are we playing in the main?
40 flat the main. Deck's not consistent enough for more than 40. Extra deck is relatively cookie cutter. 1 of the banished one of the one that gets the traps, 1 of the one that gets the field spell. Kagari for the striker engine, Decoder for extending, Lingerebo for extending and negating Dominus Impulse and negating Impermanence. It's good, it's real, it happens not often, but often enough. I got the top end, Firewall, Access, Terahertz and Terahertz's friends. I don't like the people who are playing Heat Soul instead of this. This guy's just amazing. The amount of times I would get like nibbed in a weird spot. So they'd like nib me before I get the White Binder trap, and I would just punish them for nibbing in the wrong spot by banishing the White Binder, bringing her back, getting GWC, token plus White Binder into this, so I didn't have to play Link Spider, and then when you bring the White Binder back under Firewall, you've got whatever White Binder gets, so usually your Rabbit into MTP for the banish, and then you've got the Firewall bounce, and also, Firewall bouncing back Bestials is insane. The amount of times I just bounced back like a Druis or something after banishing 1 of their guys, and then I linked it off, killed 1 of their guys, and then I bounced it back and just did the whole thing again. It was beautiful.
That is actually pretty crazy.
The 2 extenders, they're both good, they're both compulsory. SP, also pretty good. I've used this card as an extender to banish my normal summon that I defensively booked with Eclipse more times than I'd like to admit. And then Masquerena. I've made it maybe twice, but it's good. Sometimes you need it for like playing through Lancia.
Is there anything else that you might include later on, or?
Look, I hear some of the Exista cards are good. I haven't read any of them, but apparently there's a Omni Negate Link 5. I did want to fit in this over Packbit maybe, but I think Packbit is just way better as an interruption. So, side deck. This and 3 Slayers. As I said, I couldn't fit this in here because I think Packbit's just a way better card to send off Terahertz, but Ultimate Slayer is too good not to play, so I had to fit this in the side deck. I think I resolved this twice all night, but both times I did, the board just evaporated. Plus we have like White Forest as a Mina at locals. So activate this, dump this, push their guy back into the extra deck. This thing deals with the Azamina Omni. It's just good. Call by for Lancia. This for getting Lancia. This for punishing Ryziel for Lanciaing me. Lancia. And then Fulos Impulse. So these plus these are like my way to beat Maliss, because my one criticism of the striker build is things like Eclipse, Imperm, etc. Thrusters, right? Don't feel very good into playing the mirror, just due to the desave, negate, and then like you can't eclipse anything meaningfully on the end board. So I wanted to have just a load of cards that I can put in for the mirror match. I suppose you can put this in and like deal with the terahertz, but that feels bad. I wanted to fit a third Lancia, but this big idiot is just like taking up a whole space, and I really didn't want to play less than 3 of this one. These came up. This came up. I got Lancia 3 times. I called by 2 of them. So.
What did you think of how the deck performed?
Oh, it went great. I drew like a couple shaky hands. As I said, there was one where there was no engine, and I had like I think a 10-minute turn trying to bust his board. I resolved 2 eclipses. Thrusted into Talons into the cat, and then like had to normal it, bestial it. It was just awful, but the deck worked okay other than that. And even those games, it sort of pulled it out. This card really helped. I've been using this to negate Sanctum as well, because everyone's thrusting for Sanctum. So putting this in, going second, you can hit the Pure Fiendsmith deck with it, you can hit the Mirror with it, you can hit Sanctum, you can hit Centurion cards. It's great. Nice one a lot. So yeah, the deck went well overall. I think my only change is I want to try and fit in a third Lancia. Maybe Slayer. That's probably a meta call though. There's more Ryziel here than Lancia. Sorry, than the deck Lancia hits this one.
And do you think you'll continue playing this?
Oh yeah, this deck's super fun to play.
Super fun?
Ryziel is like, I make the guy, I detach from the guy. My opponent either beats it or they don't. This deck's super fun. You just get to sit there and like go, ooh, I'll make this one, I got hand trapped here, I'll do this. It's actually interesting to play, it's great. I welcome the death of our Snake Eye Overlords, and I like this deck way more. Please ban Lancia.
Any shout outs before we go?
Yeah, Konami, please ban Lancia.